This is the most underrated mode in Clash Royale. And do you know why most players don't play it? Because they simply don't understand how it works. These tiles, the strange fights, it looks complicated, but in reality, it's much simpler than it seems. And today I'll show you how to win consistently in this mode. We'll break down the top 3 best strategies that actually help you win in Diamond League. By the way, write in the comments, what league are you in right now? We start with 3rd place, the monk combination. And yes, this strategy looks strange, but it has a very high win rate. The most important thing to understand is this: we are playing as the king, and that means losing the first 1 to 2 fights is not a mistake. It's a strategy. This gives us a huge elixir advantage over our opponent. The first thing we do at the start of the game is collect 2 goblins. Why? It's simple. Later we sell them, and by doing that, we strengthen exactly the cards that will lead us to victory. We place giants in the front and the monk in the center. The giants act as an additional shield for the monk, so not all the damage goes directly to him. We collect the star enhancement and make the monk the team captain, which allows him to restore much more health. By sticking to this tactic, you can easily take first place. Now let's move on to the second tactical setup, with the queen. This strategy is much more interesting and much stronger. So if we get the queen in the very first round, that's an excellent sign for a future win. The idea of this setup is similar to the first one. We need to find goblins in the early rounds. Unfortunately, they didn't appear for me right away, but later I finally managed to get them. The Goblin Bard is a perfect match for the queen because both units have the Ranger enhancement, which allows them to increase their attack speed up to 25 times. The damage becomes so high that opponents simply don't have time to react. We also add a Mage, Valkyrie, and Barbarian to activate the maximum enhancement called Clan, which makes our army almost unkillable. In the end, we get an easy and confident victory. Now let's move on to the 3rd strategy, my favorite one, with which I reached the top 100 in the world. The whole idea of this tactic is to build a full lineup of tanks. With this enhancement active, the front line gains plus 100% health, turning it into a real wall that's almost impossible to break through. This setup hard counters the queen, so I highly recommend it. Goblins are no longer needed here, since this composition is easy and consistent to build. Using the prince, you can catch the opponent's queen before she starts dealing damage, which almost guarantees us a win. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, write in the comments which the strategy you use most often, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the strongest and most effective tactics.
Defeat.